So, my newsies, as I promised to come to you guys with the things that's been going on in my life, actually, I want to say 2020 came in a year of a lot of problems. Some of the problems have started like last year, um, and 2020 rolled in and everything escalated. Um, as y'all know, I have a daughter that um, became pregnant, and my daughter. Hold on, let me get comfortable. Hold on. In your face, copywritten, so don't copy me. Okay, I'm comfortable now because I feel this is going to be a long video, and my editing may make it shorter. I'm sure it will, because there's going to be things I'm going to cut out, things I'm going to tell you, and when it comes to me editing, I may just cut them out. So, as y'all know, I have a daughter, and she had a baby, and she had a baby boy, and y'all know him as Tyka. And I've tried to put him in videos showing him as he's growing, and then when his 1 year birthday came, I put up a video of him. Well, let's go back. Well, my daughter, she ended up getting pregnant for this man. That is, my daughter was 20. My daughter was 23 at the time, I guess, that she met this man. Supposedly, he's not her boyfriend, but she get pregnant. The man was 40 at the time. Um, I don't have a problem with the age difference at all. The problem I have with this man is he has been abusing my daughter. I didn't find out he was abusing her until she was pregnant, until she called me at 4 a.m. one morning to tell me that she's waiting for an ambulance to come. The police was there with her. They have arrested the man. He was drunk. He had beat her. He had stumped her in her stomach. The placenta was damaged. Um, Tyka, back of his head, um, his skull is not even. There is something with his rib. I don't know if you guys have noticed. When I put up some more videos, I want y'all to pay attention to his neck, how he holds his head, how he holds his head, and it's almost like it almost hurt him to turn his head. It's almost like he tried to turn his head, but he has to tilt it to turn it. All these things, I'm not going to blame him being preemie, but this could cause him to be preemie. I'm not going to complain that it caused him to have two holes in his heart. Um, but it put my daughter in a lot of stress. I'm like thinking, how can you take someone, they're on the floor, and you can take your foot and stump them in their stomach? Not only you stumped her in her stomach, but she's pregnant with your child. How can any man do that? Which make me say, this is not a man. He's not a man. This is not a man. And my daughter calls me at 4 a.m. and wake me up, and I'm worried because I'm 3.5 hours away from her. I can't just get up and go at any time because y'all know I'm working more than one job, and I'm supporting her out there while she was pregnant and while she gave birth to Tyka. Um, but anyway, let's back it up a little bit further back. Okay, now my daughter, she has mental problem, like she's depressed, and you know, I, that's part of it, being depressed. But I was even thinking, after she had the baby, what did she become postpartum? Did she have postpartum depression? Because she, in the 12 months that Tyka, well, he's been here for 14 months, but in 1 year, my daughter has nearly dropped 100 pounds. In California, she was put on a cocktail for her depression and her mental issues, and she was doing fine in California. When I sent her to Las Vegas, finding another psychiatrist, finding another therapist was very hard for her. But then this man come along. He put more poison in her brain. He played mind games with her. I believe from the time she was pregnant, he says, "You're not gonna how can I say it? You're not a good mother." And let's speed up. When my daughter had Tyka, y'all know he was in NICU, and the day I left, because I went there when she was in labor, and I wasn't there for the birth. But when I got, the day I came home after I stayed there a week with her, I know that every day after my daughter was relieved from the hospital, she took milk there every single day. And I believe once we took milk there twice, but she filled up every bottle in her little case, and we took the milk up there every day. It was dated and everything. So the day I left, by the time I got home, after 3.5 hour, 4 hour ride back home, my daughter called me. She says that the baby daddy contacted her and told her, "You're not fit to be a mother, and you won't be able to see the baby anymore, because I'm going to change it at the hospital where you can't see the baby anymore," and blah, 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 and all this BS. So my dad took her to the hospital. My daughter was in tears. They assure her that he cannot do what he said he was going to do. So I'm like, I can't believe it. So for some reason, he knew I was there. And y'all know I didn't even make any, I made a video of myself going up there to Vegas. And I didn't make any more videos until until I got home. So now I find out that the baby daddy is stalking all of my social medias. But I know for sure when I put up a video of Tyka, I can't remember how old he was, but he left a message under my video saying that he never put his hands on my daughter. But if you did or if you did not, which I am going to believe my daughter, that's my daughter. I don't even know you, man. I don't know you. So who am I going to believe? So he says, if I can find it, I'm going to insert it right after this so you guys can read it. Because it's in another video because some people don't know that don't have YouTube, but they leave a comment and they want to leave a effed up comment, and then they want to sit and they want to erase it, but they don't know you have other apps that also took in that comment, that just because you deleted from YouTube, we still have it. So my daughter got a restraining order on Mr. Dad. So Mr. Dad has still been showing up to her door. Mr. Dad has been showing up to her door, and my daughter has not been calling the police. My son and I, we went to Vegas. My son dropped me off at my mom's house, and he went over to the apartment. So what Mr. Dad don't know that there's an eyewitness of him being at the front door. So my son and my daughter, they just peeked out at him like, ain't nobody open up the door for you. You're not even supposed to be here. So Tyka's birthday came. Who leaves the birthday cake at the front door? He left the birthday cake at the front door. That's fine. I said in the other video when I showed him Tyka at the end of his 12 months of life, I think that's the name of the video, I showed the birthday cake and said, thank you. Cake is from the baby daddy. This is what happened when you have a restraining order. You're supposed to follow the law. So my son and myself, we went back home. The following Sunday, who shows up at the door? Baby daddy. So my daughter calls the police. Now you guys have to remember, from the beginning, or before he was even born, my grandson was even born, he constantly put into her head, you're not a good mother, you're not a good mother, you're not a good mother, you're not a good mother. He played mind games with my daughter. I'm so sorry, y'all, I'm just rocking. You played mind games, he played mind games with my daughter. And I'm saying that you played mind games with my daughter because I know he's probably looking. Do you think that I care? No. So when he showed up at the door this time, my daughter called the police. Supposedly, this is what happened. Well, I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that he was arrested. And he has been arrested more than one time. Being around my daughter, he has been arrested more than once. So this is like the hardest part ever. Of course, my daughter had, the CPS had stepped in. They already been investigating because they've already called me months ago. So they were still investigating. So I just recently talked to the CPS again. They called me. So my daughter fixed Tyka a bag because CPS took him, which she should have just not sent anything with Tyka, because all the stuff she packed is now gone. The diaper bag was expensive as I don't know what. That's all gone. But anyway, Tyka went into foster care for Sunday, Monday. I get a call on Tuesday from my parents, and they say that CPS stepped in and they have him, so he's in foster care. Y'all know how I connect with a lot of things, and I see a lot of things. I see a lot of things in advance, and that was the reason why I had to go and get Tyka for those 2 weeks, because I felt something was gonna happen. But I was a little off about the time I brought him to California. The problem is I can't have him where I work, but I was allowed to keep him for 2 weeks. So uh, I told my mom, I'm like, yeah, I already felt this, and I'm pretty sure she did too. My parents, they end up getting Tyga that Tuesday. So, as y'all know, my mom had her surgery. It's only been like a year and a half with her triple bypass. So my mom is not up to par to really take care of her, but she have a good friend that's coming to help her. My father's helping, and my daughter's also helping. She go and visit him daily. Yeah, that's right. Um, Mr. Baby Daddy. She go visit him daily. So, um, so after this happened, all of a sudden, and I'm gonna show you guys a clip of this if it's still on Facebook. I'll show you a clip of what he's saying about my daughter. He has a GoFundMe to collect money because he want to take my daughter to court to get sole custody of him, I guess. Okay, so I went to his Facebook, and I'm like, oh, okay, so he needs to get his son. She's not fit to be, my daughter's not fit to be his mother. And she's not fit to be a mother. That's what he's putting in her head. My daughter's a good mother. She do for Tyga. She do well with Tyga. It's him that's putting or playing mind games with my daughter. So I'm on his Facebook, and I'm looking at his Facebook. If you need this son, why you don't have not one picture of Tyga on your Facebook acknowledging that this is your son? No, you have it on your GoFundMe, a picture of Tyga like 3 months old maybe. Really? That wasn't the last time he seen Tyga, so why was it only one picture? He only come there not for his son, but to mess with my daughter's mind and to make a case. I told her from day one, this man is trying to make a case on you, so it'll be easy for him to get his son, because he has custody. As far as I heard, he has custody of one of his sons, and he has another child on the way, is what I'm hearing. And you need Tyga. Why? When you're already neglecting the child that you have. Don't even comb his hair. His hair is long and all matted. My daughter has complained while she was pregnant, trying to comb that boy's hair out. If you don't want to comb his hair, cut it off when he has custody of it. He needs to be in a special place because he's a special need child. So, why he is not anywhere, and then why is he neglected? Why is he left at home? Why, if my daughter has said while she's sitting next to him or near him, and she might raise her hand to do something, the poor boy, he jumps. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't want to call him the little boy, the boy. His name is Elijah. Okay. you want to sit and you want to talk about my daughter, um, but you have custody of a 5-year-old you're not taking care of. You're not taking care of Elijah, okay? And Cherish, go suck an egg, okay? I'll tell you something else if I could. How can a man gonna want to have custody of a second child when you're not taking care of the first child? You don't have a real job. You don't have a real job, dude. You don't have a real job. My daughter had a real job. My daughter had nothing but real jobs while she was out there. You did not have a real job. You're selling weed, you're doing drugs. Basically, I feel that you just scammed everybody on Facebook saying you need to get this money, buy your weed, your drugs, or whatever, and flip it, whatever. But I am going to contact everybody that donated money. If they're your friends, if they're not your friends, I am going to contact them. You want to start something? I'm ready. But anyway, so that has had me stressed out before he was born, after Tyka was born, during Tyka's short life that he had. And my thing is, I don't want him to have custody of Tyka, because what is he saying about my daughter? That, oh, she's gonna harm Tyka, she's gonna harm herself, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. But you have a 5-year-old that you're neglecting. You want to take Tyka. I don't trust you with Tyka, because I feel you will do something to Tyka just to get back at my daughter. See? Because you're going to have another baby. That's all you do. If you want to sit up there and talk about my daughter, talk about Cherish, okay? Talk about her. Yeah, I don't know her neither. But Cherish, if she ain't no, she not only lost custody of her son with this man, she had 3 other kids, and she lost custody of them. And when my daughter was pregnant, she had threatened my daughter. Cherish, yes, Cherish had threatened my daughter to kick her ASS. Yeah. So all this stuff has been said to the CPS. So you went on and you trying to file, or you filed already for custody. Well, hello. Anais already filed. So anyway, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war or whatever. But you're the one that's going to prison. You don't want to sell drugs. You don't want to sell weed. Every time you laid your hands on my daughter, you were drunk. So, anywho, I'm done with you for right now. But I'm here for my newsies, because y'all want to know what's going on. I mean, I can't tell y'all everything, but I'm going to tell y'all the most I can without feeling embarrassed, feeling hurt. Now, I could say that the next thing that after this event where Tyka was taken and my parents have him, I had, like I said, I had just got back home. I had been home like about a week, and it happened. And so the next thing happened was, I'm going to tell y'all something. But y'all going to have to come to the next video, because this one is getting too long. So I'm going to do a part 2 of what happened next. And as always, if I could say I love you, you could definitely love yourself. Bye.